Recycle.
TNTMTheShow presents Comicast 329 with the host
Pablo Gunner,
and I'm JD. I'm back from the dead. Hello, everybody. And we are talking nerdy to me, and we're here to talk nerdy to you about comics for the week of March the 14th, 2018. And we're going to talk about some nerdy stuff because, wow, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And, yeah, when we're grading comics, it's a buy, skim, pass scale. Strong buy, weak buy, strong skim, weak skim. Pass, we just toss it behind us and make sure it doesn't hit the nice comics back here. And then we have contenders for the runner-up and the best book of the week are B-Bow, back in bag of the week. Yeah, so yeah, those are our terms, whatnot. But let's get into some news here. Let's talk about that Infinity War trailer.
Yes, that Infinity War trailer was freaking wicked. Of course, the big points are like Star-Lord, the Star-Lord part with
I think you have a good plan, but it's a bad plan. So let me plan it, and then Tony's speechless.
He's like, it'll be good and it might work. We're like, okay.
And Tony's speechless. I mean, when do we ever make Tony shut the hell up? The Spider-Man tag at the end was pretty good.
Which would be funny if then
Hey, my name's Peter, Dr. Strange. We're using our made-up names now. I'm Spider-Man.
It would be funny, though, if Stark was then like, I'm going to die surrounded by a bunch of idiots. Like
Gamora did.
Yeah. So, which Gamora, they showed a part that looked like her walking with Thanos when she was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're gonna get some backstory here.
And it's funny because like her hand in Thanos's hand kind of looked like Cap when he's like holding up Thanos's hand. Yeah. You know, because like Thanos
he's just grabbing onto two fingers.
He's holding on 2 fingers. He looked like a baby. You know, like he just looks so funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think the best thing though is that we're gonna get some pretty freaking slick, sweet, hardcore, awesome Spider-Man action in this.
Yes.
Like the stuff that we didn't get in which one of the biggest reasons I didn't like Homecoming is there was not a lot of web slinging in the big city, which I get it. In the comics, yes, he lives out in the neighborhood, yeah, and he has to travel to the city, but he is in the city, and that's part of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I want to see.
Yeah. I
don't want to see him going through the neighborhoods. I want to see him. And so this one, he's swinging and sliding and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I just still do not care for. I don't care for his suit, his new suit. I don't like it.
You don't like the Iron Spider suit?
That's not the Iron Spider suit. That's the Iron Spider suit up there. Okay, it has the things that come out, and it's like it's legit. Like looks like a Tony Stark suit.
Okay,
but Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So, and it looks way cooler. Like, this thing looks weird. It's just like there's too much colors. The biggest problem, I think, with a lot of the suits is that there's too much going on.
Yeah, I know that in the Iron Spider suit that's in the movie, because that's what I'm going to call it until I get anything else.
Well, no, yeah, I'm sure that's what it's
got the webbing like the other one does. And that looks like crap. I'll agree with that. I don't like the webbing design on the actual suit itself. I like the solid red, the symbol, and then the backpack. Cool.
So I don't even really like the Homecoming that much. I like his
homemade one.
His homemade one. I like his homemade one, but anyways, yeah. So it's gonna be legit. And you said that it's already beaten.
Yes, the pre-sales for Infinity War have beaten Black Panther, which held the record until 2 hours. 11 a.m.
I got my
Eastern
tickets.
time
I don't know
Friday.
about you, but I got my tickets to go see it Thursday at premiere at 7. So, and there I got the D-box seats.
Nice,
but not 3D because that was a later showing and whatever. So
I'll just see it whenever the hell I get a chance.
I want to see it opening night.
Oh, I do too, but
and I'm gonna.
I'm a broke person.
I'm gonna get dressed up and everything. So. But yeah, what else is there?
Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones, yes. I am almost done with it.
I'm on episode 10 myself.
I just finished 8, I think.
Sounds about right.
So, and this one focuses a lot on drugs and not so much like a central villain from what I've noticed specifically. And it's a mental thing, you know. It goes more into the investigation aspect, the PI stuff, you know, a lot, and that type of thing. The Hogarth stuff, I'm still kind of
iffy on that one
too. About, because I don't know where it's going and why it's going. You know what I mean? Like I do, because it weaves into her story. But even then, it just kind of feels like a side plot that.
I like how Foggy was at the beginning of it.
Yes, that was really cool, and I kind of wish we'd get
see more. You know?
Right, like Karen Page, and
I just want to see Foggy. The hell with that.
I want to.
I got a reason to see Foggy. I'm going to see Foggy.
I want to see what's his name too, Turk. I want to see just people popping, especially because now that they've
done the Defenders.
Right, now that they've done the Defenders, I want to see. Well, we're not going to see Daredevil until Daredevil
until November.
We could still see Luke, and Iron
maybe
Fist?
maybe some mention of Rand Industries.
What about Iron Fist? Did something happen? What happened to him?
He took over the protector of the city crap.
Did he go back to the city?
Yeah.
I thought it was closed and they were dead or whatever when he got back.
And he took Daredevil's spot because he said, protect them.
So, anyways. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, but still, they could totally do it. But yeah.
No, we'll see.
But it's more of a mental thing.
I'm loving the Trish Walker arc.
Me too, because I love Trish.
Yeah, it is.
We love Trish.
Yeah,
Trish is fantastic.
Yeah. So, and she sounds even better without her Tasmanian accent from Transformers. Remember the first Transformers? The blonde in the first Transformers?
Was that her?
That was her.
No way.
Yes, it was. Oh, yeah.
Get out.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then Rebels.
The Feels.
Rebels.
I have 3 episodes left.
It was spoiled for me what happens, and I'm not going to spoil for people out there because I don't want to be that.
Watch Rebels and enjoy the ride. Rebels.
But yeah, it was spoiled. And what pisses me off is that it was spoiled for me through not IGN, Nerdist. Nerdist, actually, they were like, oh, here's a lightsaber of this character. And I was like, cool, I want to check this video out. And immediately they spoil what happens. And I'm like, no spoiler alert at all. Thank you very much. You just did it, So I'm going to give you our spoiler alert right here for the comics, so you're not upset about it. But yeah, it just pissed me off. And it's crazy because even though it was spoiled for me, when it happened, you still felt it. And then I felt it again at the beginning of the next episode because
it's a moving on.
They bring it up. Yeah, they mention it. And that's the way you do Death's Right, because
you're talking about Quicksilver.
There was no Quicksilver funeral,
Solo.
so you didn't feel it. There was no Han Solo funeral, so you didn't feel it that much. You know what I mean?
Even Vader got a funeral, man. What's up?
Yeah, what the heck?
And he was a villain.
Whatever.
He wasn't even a beloved, trio.
He's a beloved character, but not a good guy. But we didn't know how bad of a guy he was. Unless you don't count that fanfic. Yeah.
Anything else?
Just the regular shows. Did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. finish?
No, it's not. They did their 100th episode last week, and this week was 101. I have yet to watch both of them. That's something I've been meaning to catch up on.
Walking Dead, I've slowly been watching. I hate watching Walking Dead, which is cool, though, because Andy Field, who I interviewed at Santa Fe Comic-Con, he said he was going to be in some episodes, and then he actually made a comment on our Facebook and had a GIF of his part.
Oh, cool.
So that's really awesome. So that was really sweet. So
thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
So go like our Facebook page so that you could, talk to people like that randomly show up,
Hashtag weird interviews.
So it was pretty cool. So I think that's it for the nerdy talk. I've been playing some Kingdom Hearts.
Which one?
Just I think it's 1.5.
1.5? Okay.
So, and I'm almost done beating it. I almost have all the puppies.
Oh, God.
I think I almost have all the Trinities.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a lot of the achievements, but I don't know. I don't know if the disc is messed up or what was going on, because I never beat it before because my PS2 broke.
Okay.
Before I could, like, I think I was in Agrabah when it.
Well, I have it on PS2, I have it on PS3, and I have it on PS4.
So, and then now I'm playing it on the PS3.
Okay.
And it's messing up, and I'm like, am I destined to never finish this game? Like, what's going on with it? I don't know if it was it. I don't know.
If you do need another copy of it, let me know.
So I've never played 2, and I played Dream Drop Distance, which was really great on the 3DS, but I've never played 2.
You'll like Dream Drop Distance
or any of the other
on the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One,
But yeah.
Or whatever it's on.
And that's pretty much all I've been playing. I did play a little DC Injustice. I played some Injustice the other night.
And big update on Star Wars Battlefront 2 this coming Wednesday. They're changing the progression system. I mean, they're making a big modification to the game. So hopefully it'll be more enjoyable.
I am amazing with Dick on Injustice. Yes.
You love playing with your Dick?
Once I connect the staff and I have the long rod, I destroy everybody with Dick. I get that long rod and it is over for everyone. So I just destroy.
Especially the women, right?
Equal
destruction. Okay.
Yeah, equal destruction.
Okay. Equal opportunity destruction with the long rod with Dick.
Yes.
Okay.
Nightwing. So yeah.
So good.
So I'm like, I need to get the new one because now it has Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and Injustice 2.
Yeah, but that'll be some time.
Then you can hit people with long rod with Dawn.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have Nightwing in the new one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, that's it. So let's, like we said, March 14th comics. Strong buy, weak buy. Strong skim, weak skim, pass.
When we throw it across the room.
Best book of the week, Bebow, back and bag. Runner up to that. And then contenders. We'll say contenders for, one of those or both or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, spoiler alert. I do have a timer. My first comic I'm not going to do as a timer just because I only have it digitally.
Yeah.
And so it's easier that way. But yeah, I have a timer that tells us when it's time to shut up and move on and give your grade.
We got the hookup with the
stuff.
digital.
So yeah. So I'm going to start with Titans number 21. It is Dan Abnett as the writer. Paul Pelletier.
Yeah, Paul Pelletier is the pencil.
Andrew Hennessy
is the inks, and Adriano
Lucas
is the colors. The letters are done by Josh Reed and Carlos M. Manuel.
So it actually starts with this gorilla and this brain.
So the enemies of the Doom Patrol, pretty much. That's what it comes down to.
Are talking, and then it goes to Roy Harper and Donna Troy, and they're having a chat.
Ultra Humanite is the name of the
brain,
the ape. No, the brain is his name. Oh, okay. His name, the freaking brain. So, and it's funny because like Batman's like, I did searches and I didn't find anything. But anyways, the guys Flash and Dick, they go to visit Roy, and they're like, oh, did what's your name send you? And they're like, you guys didn't come of your own volition. Screw you guys. He fights them. He handles himself pretty well and stuff. And he knows them pretty well, and he handles them, and then he goes on to fight Cheshire, right? Try to take this thing on its own. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I do the images of Wally catching the freaking arrows. That was dope. I loved it.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. I like it. I enjoy it. It's a good time. I think it looks really good. And the thing is these villains are super, like, just the way they're written and the way they're done, like, are super cheeseballs. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can't take the threat too seriously. Like, it sounds serious at parts,
and then other times,
other parts you're just like,
"Oh, this is Saturday morning cartoons."
Yeah, exactly. You're like,
"I will destroy you." with my little laser gun.
It's just I don't know.
So I give it a week by. I mean, it's better than freaking the Wally Show, but
it is better. So it's
still not my cup of tea right now.
I like it. So I think it's worth a buy. I think it's worth buying. It looks good, and I'm
it looks great, but
I'm liking it. Yeah, it has pretty much been the Roy Harper show, and I like Roy Harper, and you still get some.
Which he's back.
A little dick.
He's
you
back.
Get a little dick.
Roy's back on the air.
You get more dick in this one than you do in the previous issue, but you still got some dick in the last one. But yeah, anyways.
But yeah, Roy Harper's back on the arrow.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. So yeah, I'm way behind on that. So
you don't miss much.
Now I'm going to move on to the actual comics and whip out my little timer.
Whip it up. Whip it up. Whip.
Did you read?
No, that's one of the ones I didn't get to. Is the New Mutants Dead Souls #1.
Yeah, I didn't really know it was Dead Souls. I just was like, I just saw New Mutants and I was like, I'm in.
Sold.
But no, I was like, okay, wait though, I want to see
that's what I'm so excited about.
How it looks.
They're bringing back the Exiles.
And the writer is Matthew Rosenberg, and he's been doing a pretty good job.
Adam Gorham
is the artist. Michael Garland is color artist.
And Clayton Coles. Or is it Clayton Cows? Hey, Clayton, give us a holler. Tell us what's going on. How do we say your last name? Anyway, he did the lettering.
So this one, it just starts, and you have this group, and they're not even like suited up or anything. You have Ilyana Rasputin,
Richter Strong Guy,
Wolfsbane, and what's her name? Bombshell.
Boom Boom.
And they're just going through this village, this town, and they're helping people. It's really weird though. Ilyana actually looks a lot like that one chick from Chappie, the blonde chick.
I've never watched Chappie. Actually.
I forget. It's all right. But yeah, she looks exactly like her. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know. Like I didn't really get a good feel for some of the characters. Some are done better than others. Like Richter, I was like, he says he's Mexican, but he doesn't have any aspect of a accent or like anything else that gives that off.
I mean, no one
like even his look,
even your punctuation could tell you that he's Hispanic. I mean, really, it's not hard to imitate or allude to a Latino heritage in word or in drawing.
I felt like they could have made him a little darker, like giving him a tan at least,
or even put a freaking Mexican flag on his ass. It could have worked.
Well, they do suit up eventually, but yeah. Anyways, there's like this zombie stuff going on, and Ilyana finds out that it's like one of the dead is this witch and stuff, and she gets a ring back, and they find out that they're actually paid by this other girl who used to be a New Mutant, and so it's essentially New Mutants. But it is a limited run.
Danielle Moonstar?
I found out it is a limited run.
Oh, it's only a limited run.
So I think it's only like 5 or 6 issues. I don't know, man, because like it looks pretty solid. I just felt like it could have been done a little bit better. Like I said, certain characterizations I felt like could have been done better. So I give it. Oh man, I'm gonna give this one a week buy right now. Okay.
We'll get New Mutants Dead Souls #2 next month, right?
Here's the digital code. F for Familia, Z for Zorro, M for Marcos, 5. Z for Zorro, R for Rigoberto, I for Ignacio, 2. D for Diego, Z for Zorro, M for Marcos.
Is it Apocalypse that they're saying for the next issue?
No way.
They can't be any. I mean, he looks pretty cool.
That looks like a frost giant.
Yeah.
I also have this other book. It's a free book, but still, it's The World of Krypton, #1, and I believe it's actually a re-release. It says first of 4 issues, but I don't know if they're going to release 4 issues or it's just this one.
Yeah.
As a prelude to the show Krypton that's going to be on Sci-Fi. And so it is John Byrne, I'm going to say Mike Mignola and Bryant is who it is. Yeah, that's it. And so this one is actually quite a few like decades before, like generations before
Kal-El and Jor-El.
Yes. So it's the cast. So the system was different where they made clones, and so but they had clones just for body parts essentially. So when their body failed, and then their technology was so advanced, like this girl, she gets into essentially a car wreck, sort of, but it's a flying spacecraft wreck, and then like she just gets healed and stuff, and it's very like. They're all like, I don't know, kind of Olympian styles and stuff.
Olympian
I like
Utopia.
it. Yeah, like I said, it's a legit re-release and stuff. But yeah, it's really interesting because I didn't know this about like this past Krypton and stuff. And so it seems like it's the caste system is being brought down like this. It just gets really weird because they introduce this thing where this lady, she had one of her clones she brought out of hibernation and then had her son marry
her clone.
Her clone.
It's kind of creepy, man.
It's really messed up. Yes, and
Oedipus Rex, man.
And so the son goes nuts, kills the wife, or not wife, but fiance,
the mom,
and then kills the mom, and then kills himself, and then it leads them into this investigation. The L family into this investigation and stuff to check this out. And then they go like, wow, this could destroy everything.
Detective L.
And there's also like this thing going on with like clones, like, oh, you know, we shouldn't be using clones. And then like some clones are free on Kandor and stuff. And they have like a revolt. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now because of this. And it seems really interesting. I really hope they do keep releasing the rest of the issues because I want to read this. So if not, I might just have to grab it through like an app, you know,
Comixology or whatever.
Yeah, Comixology. So I enjoyed it, and so the show is going to have somewhat to do with this.
It's going to have Adam Strange in it.
I think it's not this generation, but the generation after that. So I think because of this arc, the L family is kind of like cast out because of this thing. So that's what the show is going to be, is like him getting their honor back and their place back in society.
For Krypton! For Albuquerque!
What? So yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know. I can't give a grade on necessarily buy because it's free, but I say it's definitely a grab.
So read it.
I'll give a grab. Grab and read. Yep.
All right, next up we have Star Wars Thrawn #2.
Jody Houser is the writer. Nolan Woodard is the colorist. Luke Ross is the artist.
And then, of course, Clayton Coles or Cows is the letterer.
So this one, I guess there's a new officer on this ship, and she doesn't like Thrawn. And so she's like, oh, yeah, get this rubble off my ship. And he's like, well, guess what? It's worth a lot of money. So you should sell it because it's technically yours since it's on your ship. So you can get rich off this. And she's like, oh, okay. Then they check out this derelict ship. There's this guy there. He seems really
out of it,
off. And I'm like, Thrawn has to know this guy is up to something, right?
Of course he's Thrawn.
And so it doesn't seem like it for a while, but then as the story goes along, like what happens is that ship that they were on, not the derelict one, but the main ship with that other chick, that the officer, the captain, I think, that doesn't like him, is like, oh, we have to go to this. There's some scrapple over here that we have to deal with. And he's like, okay, go deal with it, and I'll deal with this here. And well, these pirates show up after they leave, and he's like, oh, I knew you're going to pull this. So I planned all this other stuff around it. So, yeah. So, and then he has another one of those droids, and he uses it to deal with these people. And then she's like, oh, yeah, you messed up, and, you know, all this stuff, and I'm going to have you thrown out of here, blah, 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 blah. You know, and he's like, actually, I did this, and this, and this. And then this other lady wants Thrawn to fail, so she's going to give his interpreter his own ship and stuff. but he's like, yeah, screw you. And she's like, no, screw you. So it's a lot of it's very political.
It's very Thrawn.
It's very political, and I like it, but I also like my action.
See, this is not action. This is intelligence.
And see, that's what I'm like. To me, Star Wars, there is always action, and that's why I love it. Because like, how do most Star Wars movies start?
With the space battle.
With action, yeah, with some sort of battle of some sort, and then there's many battles throughout, or like here and there throughout. So this is completely devoid of it, even though there's like some scuffles. They're so.
I felt the novel itself is way more superior than this.
Well, of course, because this is just them trying to coin in on people that aren't going to read the novel.
Yeah, people aren't going to read that Timothy Zahn thing.
Because I haven't read it.
I did. I read it twice.
I want to read it though.
It's fantastic,
or at least listen to it.
It's on YouTube if you want to watch it or listen to it.
Audible. I'll get it.
Yeah, it's on Audible too.
So,
but oh my god, we see the that lady from Rebels. Who's coming up next to the one from Lothal.
Okay.
The mining lady. I can't remember her freaking name off the top of my head. Her.
Oh yeah.
She's in the next issue because she's got a nice prominent role, whatnot, in the development of Thrawn. And
I don't like her in Rebels, but she looks really hot in this.
She's much younger, so.
Anyways, yeah, that's true. That is very true. So, what are we giving this?
I'm going to give it a buy. Because again, I think the actual novel is superior to this graphic novel.
Right, but we're not comparing apples to oranges. We're comparing apples to apples. This is a comic.
It's still missing a whole lot of stuff.
Compared to other comics. I don't care. Compare it to other comics. Because now that would be like comparing the Marvel movies to the Marvel comics.
Okay, I'm still going to give it a buy. I mean, it's a beautiful book. I feel like it's missing stuff, though. I feel like it's missing more of
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying apples to apples. And in fact, I completely agree with you. Because for me, I want that battle stuff.
Yeah, I want the battle. I want to know what Thrawn is thinking, which you get in the book. And
because
really
the narrative, yeah.
And it's just from the point of view that you're given in this graphic
novel. This gives a little more mystery, though.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have his narration.
Yeah. But again, that's the thing about
But you
Thrawn.
could still do it, though.
You need to know what he's thinking because he's a brilliant tactician.
Right. And they could put that. Of course, they would have a lot more lettering, but that's the way comics used to be, and that's when they were at their best. Yeah. So anyways, strong.
I'm just gonna give it a buy.
Yeah, it's just a buy.
So here's the digital code. Let us know what you think. It is F for fantastic.
Don't let us know what you think. I don't care what you think.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna read that crap.
I'll read it. I'll read it. I care enough to read it.
So F for fantastic.
You called my bluff.
Or Falcon. Z for Zabrak. M for Millennium. N for Naboo. D for Dengar. A for Ayla. There we go. Ayla. Remember her name. D for Dengar. 0. P for Palpatine. G for Genosis. There we go. R for Rengar. And number T for, I don't know. I can't think of a T right now, man. I'm a T-wing. There you go.
Sure, if that exists.
If that exists.
Next is the
Thrawn.
And yeah, right. The Thing and the Human Torch number 4.
Did we already go to number 4?
Number 4, yes. 4. Number 4.
This is forward.
Chip Zdarsky is the writer. Valerio Scheiti is the artist. Frank Martin as color.
And Joe Caraminga is the letterer.
So they're about to go on this adventure. And
going on an adventure.
Spidey and who's that other chick?
It looks like Carol.
Oh, is that the blind ex?
It could be Alicia.
Yeah, I thought she was black. Anyways, so yeah, and then that's what they do is they're traveling to the multiverse. They end up somewhere, and there's Wolverine and She-Hulk as SHIELD agents. Mm-hmm. I love the short-eared Wolverine, and then of course the tan and orange or tan, yeah. And it's just, and they start duking it out and fighting, and it's pretty awesome. And they're like, oh, it is the real you, and they're like, okay, let's go to Reed. It's not their read. Human Torch is upset about it. Hank explains what happened in their universe and stuff, and essentially it's that the secret invasion blew up. It was a way bigger, on a bigger scale. Like they replaced half of the people. So, and they still don't know who is and who isn't. And then they explain the history of Doom and Galactus and Thing and everything like that. And it's trippy. It's nuts. It's pretty interesting and it's pretty cool and it's pretty crazy what has happened in this universe. So, yeah.
I give this a strong buy. It's amazing. I love the art. I love the classic stories writing. Dude, this 2-in-1 thing, they should keep doing it, but give us like 2 different stories instead of like, just this one.
If that's the name of the title, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 stories in one, 2-in-1.
Or just call it The Thing and Human Torch. Yeah. I think just get rid of that Marvel 2-in-1.
I agree.
So,
but yeah, this is great. This is what we want. This is leading towards the return of the Fantastic Four. So
it most definitely is. My only tiff with it is that they keep on doing this, and I hate that they keep on doing what they do, which is way back, what was it, Secret Wars? They were going to compile it down into one universe. The 616 was going to be just that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was going to be.
And then we have a multiverse again.
And then here we are. How long has it been? Like a year, 2 years? I don't know.
About 2, a little over 2 years.
But we're right back at multiverse again. Mm-hmm. Like actually, it was before then that there was a multiverse because they did Spider-Gwen and all these other titles, and then they were like, yeah, it's because I thought like, okay, that's just one other universe. Nope. They're like, nope. There's a multiverse because we've seen a few of those. There's the Spider-Man 2 as well. So there's other things. It just annoys me that they constantly do this thing where they're like, oh, we're going to dial it back down.
But we're going to bring the Exiles back.
But then we're going to bring it back. And then we're going to do and then it's like, Exiles. You know what? Just leave it open. Just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it.
Just leave it.
Don't break the unit of multiverse. Just leave it as is, The multiverse is there. It's separate. It's good.
Same thing with time travel. Quit being like, we can't use time travel. It's going to destroy the universe.
And then they use time
travel. Stop with that.
Just do it. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Quit. Building a wall for yourself to climb back over.
Exactly. So yeah, you are 100% correct. Strong buy and contender.
Yep.
I'm going to hold on to it.
All right.
I tried this book again. It's Falcon #6, Vampires in Brooklyn Part 1, The Return. The Return of Misty Knight is the main reason I picked this up.
Where? See, man, I keep seeing that, man. The Exiles #1. When's that coming out?
April.
See, I love the Exiles. Its original run was amazing. If you've never read the Exiles, read it. Very good. Very good.
So, writer is Rodney Barnes. Artist Sebastian Cabrol, color artist Rachel Rosenberg. And so this essentially explains the last arc. Falcon is going like, oh, I spent time in hell and then I need my friends to get me out. And it's just given me a lot of perspective. And that perspective is that, I love Misty and I need to get back with her and make it work. And then they have a date and he's like an hour late and he didn't tell her.
He didn't call her?
He didn't call her.
He didn't send Red Wing?
Nothing. He didn't nothing.
Dude, he could just send Red Wing. Red Wing, go tell Misty I'm late. All right, cool. Later. Bye.
And so she's like, oh, hey, thanks for bailing on me. And he's like, oh, I'm not bailing. I'm just late because I have this thing going on that I need to stop. I'll come as soon as this is over. And so he goes to talk to her. And then all of a sudden, like, she's like, oh, what's going on? He's like, oh, well, I have a lot on my mind. There's all this stuff.
Not even really.
I don't really want to talk about it. And she's like, well, what else? And he's like, oh, well, this guy was chasing. He just disappeared. And she's like, all right, well, let's go and look for him. And then they go through the swamps. It's like you go from a date to the swamp. Sewers. And then they find like all these bodies and stuff. And it has to do with vampires and a specific vampire that was in the Blade movie. So
specific vampires in the Blade movies. There's only 2 that were worth of crap. One of them was Deacon Frost, and the other one was Drake.
So yeah, and yeah, they're just doing some more investigating. And then Patriot, I guess, the kid that he's training, it's weird because he's also doing a similar thing where he's dating this girl, or he's trying to date this girl, and he just keeps on talking about superhero stuff, and she's like, can we just hang out? Yeah, can we just hang out and stuff? And then it turns out she's a vampire. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was going to be better 6 issues in, and even with Misty Knight, I still don't care enough. So, it's not bad. It's just not what I want. Yeah, and what I enjoyed the Captain America Sam Wilson way more. Not just because he had that Captain America mantle or whatever.
So what you're trying to say is that you find this title very shallow and pedantic? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
I find this title very shallow and pedantic.
I concur. Like I said, it looks pretty solid, and it's not bad. It's not what I want out of it. So the best I can give it right now is a strong skim. Okay. So here's the digital code. L for Logan, 60, S for Super 640, C for Cable, F for Frank, J for Jack, V for Vegeta.
This next title here I've heard good things about, but I want to catch it in trade.
So this actually came out last week, but for whatever reason, it wasn't in my box or my pull list or stack or whatever. But it's Batman White Knight number 6 of 8. I thought it was going to be like 6 of 6, but no, I'm all good for them extending it, It is Sean Murphy with Matt Hollingsworth. And so this one, Gordon is like, all right, I want, he tells Nightwing and Barbara, you know what? I want Batman because of what he did in the last thing. Like he destroyed the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, we're bringing him in. And he's like, and then like Jack Napier, aka
the
Joker is like, like he's like, Nightwing, you're doing the right thing. And he's like, you know what, screw you. And he just clocks him in the face. He's just like, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for Gotham, And Barbara's like, screw all of you guys. I'm not part of this, You guys want to, he's done so much, and he does one screw up, and you guys want to go after him, and you guys are siding with this reformed Joker, and just like the few things he's done compared to all the crappy things he's done.
Yeah.
So they set up this trap for bats. Robin steals an old school Batmobile that won't
basically still
mess it up.
Tim Burton's Batmobile.
Since they are going to use an EMP on him. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, and then it turns into a drag out fight with Joker and Batman. But Batman is messed up because Nightwing wrecks his Batmobile. So they're both messed up, but Batman, he's hardcore. Like I said, Jack ends up fighting Batman and actually beating him because he's already so messed up.
From the car wreck.
Yeah, from the car wreck. And then they call her new Joker, like NU Joker, and it's Harley, and she's put like Joker stuff on her. But I'm like, she's just new Harley because she's the newer Harley because there's 2 different Harleys in this.
Yeah.
And then she uses the freeze ray to like freeze, like this giant freeze ray that Victor's dad made for the Nazis to freeze the city. And she's like, give me Joker. And so they're like, our Joker's like, okay, fine. Let's give her what she wants. And so he stops taking the pills, and yeah.
He goes, ha, 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 ha.
Ah, 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 ah.
Yeah,
yeah, so
that.
So I love it, man. It's really solid. It's a really great book.
Sounds like a great trade.
It's gonna be phenomenal in trade. It's probably gonna be expensive trade, because it's gonna be 8 issues.
I don't care.
It's more expensive this way though.
Yeah,
because it's $3.99 each issue. But yeah, strong buy.
Strong buy, but not a contender.
Well, because it didn't come out this week.
Yeah, that's right. Last week.
Otherwise, it would be.
Okay. Next up, we have Astonishing X-Men #9.
That is absolutely correct. It's still Charles Soule as the writer. Matteo Buffagni as the artist. And then Marchisio is the colorist. Yeah?
Yes.
And so...
we have Proteus messing with everybody.
Yeah, there's Betsy and Xavier, or X. They're fused. And so... Warren is able to unfuse Betsy, and then Wolverine unfuses X, but he does it in this way that he thinks, well, it does work, but his thought process was Phantom X had nanites in his blood that would fix him, so you can take a stabbing and you'll just heal. But then this Professor Xavier is like, oh, I made a new body. I didn't use his old body, so I don't have those nanites. And it's like, how stupid is that? And this, like I said, this is just constantly sending up red flags. Like
something's not right.
Something is not right. Yeah. And then it goes to Scotland, and Proteus is there, and he wants to give everybody exactly what they want. But by doing that, it cancels other people's out, and it just
here's the thing. Has this guy seen Bruce Almighty before? When you give everybody what they want, it doesn't end up well. Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me go into London.
I don't know. I felt like the art style, especially in this one, didn't really capture the tone of each character.
No.
You know, like Gambit, I didn't hear Gambit when I saw Gambit. You know, I just heard a dude because it didn't look like him. You know what I mean? Like it
doesn't look like Gambit.
Right. So, I don't know. Bishop was pretty good though. Bishop was good. Psylocke was good. Warren was all right. You know, like I don't know. This book is so
wish-washy.
Yeah,
I don't like his art style for some reason.
And I'm wondering if it has to do with like the mystery of this first arc, like with this man named X, and that's why it's so. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I think it is partially the art, but. It's also the way that the storytelling is. It's what I can tell that it's probably one of those that you won't realize it until you get to the end, you know. And then once they reveal the true nature of this X
in Proteus,
that we won't really fully get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, buy.
I'm gonna give it a buy too.
I'll give it a buy. So. Digital code?
Is it a digital code? Tell us what you think. Let us know if we're right in saying it's a buy. F for Familia, Z for Zarthros or Zarbon or whatever. M for Marvel, V for Victor, 0. E for Eleuterio, T for Tomas, E for Eleuterio, K for Killmonger, 9. R for Richter, 0.
All right.
Yeah, pulled out that Killmonger, right?
Yep. Time for Darth Vader.
Walking dark side.
13. Charles Soule's writer, Giuseppe Camuncoli pencils, Danielle Orlandini inks, David Curiel colors.
And Joe Caramanga is the letterer. Dude, this is kind of trippy here, man.
Oh, dude, yeah, this vision, but it's like, it's Vader, but like if he
was the robot Vader before facing Obi-Wan.
And... yeah, because like you think about it, and he's like, why don't you just like use the Force to like pull him in, you know, or even throw him and then jump, you know, or while he was jumping, do a push. You know what I mean?
No. Be smart. Don't be a retard.
But yeah, and so he has a little chat with the Emperor, and he's like, all right, you know, we got to deal with this problem.
We have to teach the galaxy a lesson.
So we want you to go on.
Is the super laser finished yet?
No.
That's the first thing they ask.
Mancala. They go to Mon Cala, but there's two races there. There's the Quarren.
The Quarren, and then there's the Mon Calamari.
Yes.
So we got the squids and we got the frogs.
But right now they are under one king, right?
Yeah.
Or one representative at least.
Because of what we saw in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yes. And so they send this ambassador to go make negotiations. It's not working. You have Grand Moff Tarkin, correct?
Yes.
And so the Darth Vader shows up in his own shuttle, and they set up this thing where they're like, oh yeah, well there's no threat here, and then that other shuttle with that ambassador blows up, and they're like, oh, apparently there is.
No.
So they set that up, but Moff Tarkin doesn't know that they set that up. That this crew, that the Inquisitors,
the Inquisitorius,
whatever, set that up. So Grand Moff is like, all right, we got to send a freaking battalion down there.
And they think there's a Jedi that's giving counsel to the king.
I think there is.
Which is why there is. And that's why at the end of the book, we see somebody that seems to know that the threat is Skywalker.
Yes. So it has to be a Jedi.
Who the hell is it? I mean, would it be Quinlan Voss?
Kit Fisto's dead, isn't he?
Kit Fisto's dead as hell.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Because he's not coming back.
I know.
He didn't get an Ezra or an Ahsoka.
But you could just say he's dead. You don't have to say dead as hell.
No, he's dead as hell. The Force is no longer with him. He is not a part of the Force. He is just a empty mass and piece of clothing, man. And big green tentacle stuff. Okay. But yeah, I hope it's Quinlan Voss.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
this is great. Strong buy, contender for sure.
Yep.
I'm going to hold on to this code.
Yep.
Time for a commercial break, and I'm going to talk about...
We're going to talk about Pepsi. Gotta have it. Okay, we're done.
I'm going to talk about... I don't know. What did I talk about last week?
I can't remember, dude. I freaking, had to do the podcast while I was like getting ready for work and everything because it was busy all last weekend with my sons. My twin sons, yeah.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, we'll just do twin sons. So twin sons, comics, and
and gaming or games.
Yes.
And this twins there are pretty cool. Got some friends of mine that play Magic out there.
Right on.
I got some people that go in there for some sculptures. I need to get my happy
statues.
I need to get my happy ass in there so I can pick up the last two comics for my Age of Apocalypse set that I'm missing.
Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
He's like a cop.
Apocalypse.
Like apocalyptic cop.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
It's a cop with lips. It's a copocalypse. But yeah, I'm missing Age of Apocalypse issue 1 Alpha and then issue the Omega.
Yeah, just call them. You can just
I know
call
they got
them.
it. I just don't.
You could call them at 505-433-9490.
You have to send that contact to me so I can call them when I get home and hey, I want to get these two comics.
Because I call them anytime I need something.
He pulled them for me.
They know my voice.
I'll be there 20 minutes.
They're like, oh, hey, Pablo, what's going on? And I'll be like, just blazing up with Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering. I mean, reading comics.
Yeah, reading comics.
So, yeah, definitely. So, you could always go to their website, twinsonscomics.com, or you could just actually go to their location, 6301 Riverside Plaza Lane, Northwest Suite 1 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Of course, 87120. Follow them on Facebook and I think Instagram and stuff. So,
and if you want some magic cards, go down there and tell them we sent you.
Yu-Gi-Oh, their Hero Clicks, their Pokemon.
Which it is a Pokestop too.
They have tons of Funko Pops. Like I said, every week I get my comics from there. My must-haves. Fill out the book and stuff. Turn it in. So, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're usually open from 11 to
midnight, but
on Sunday it's 7.
They go to 2 a.m. sometimes.
But most nights it is to midnight. So, yeah. So, check them out.
Back to some comics.
Back to some mix with the B Team, X-Men Blue 23. Writer Colin Bunn, artist Jorge Molina, color artist Matt Mia with J. David Ramos. And so we have this Madripoor crew. I forget what they're called, but they go to the wherever the X-Men base was, and Polaris is there, and they're like, "Hey, we want to talk to Magneto and stuff." And I don't know, is Magneto? I mean, is Polaris British?
I don't know.
Or is she just, because in the show she's just like American, but of course they Americanize everybody in the movies, in the shows and stuff. So
I mean, they never really say anything.
But anyways, yeah, so they reveal like that they were attacked by this group, and they have these masks from
the
Pride. No, yeah. Not the Pride. The Shaw, what's his name?
Bastion.
No, what's her name? Emma Frost's old crew.
Oh, the Hellions. No.
Hellfire Gang.
Yeah, that's it.
Or Hellfire Club Soda. So yeah, so that's, and they're like, all right, we're gonna take the fight to them since she's doing that, and what's his name? Magneto goes to fight Shaw, and Shaw apparently has gone through a second mutation. Now he can just use the energy of the air for kinetic. I don't know. It just,
who the hell knows?
What? It's ridiculous.
It's because of plot.
So I like the idea of this second mutation, but I just don't know. And then this Havoc has teamed up with Emma Frost. Oh yeah, and the female Sinister.
Miss Sinister.
And then what's that one dude, the Sentinel Master Mold, I think, right?
Zorn's
in there too.
Yeah, Zorn's in there too.
It's weird because Polaris.
The Sentinel with the gray hair is Bastion.
Polaris turns at the end. I don't know.
It's really complicated, and I really don't know what the hell's going on. And the X-Men Blue Team never shows up in this thing.
Well, this is, like I said, the X-Men B Blue Team. It's Bloodstorm.
Bloodstorm and Jimmy.
And yeah, and their own Wolverine or whatever. Yeah. So
I didn't like it.
It's okay.
I didn't like it at all.
That's all right.
I think this is a whole lot of note for me. So
I mean, it looks really solid.
I'm gonna give it a week by.
And I like the character. Like, I like Emma Frost.
Yeah.
I like Polaris. I like Magneto.
Yep.
I hate Shaw, but I think he's a good villain. I hate what they're doing though with like
Bastion,
the second Sentinels? Mutation or whatever. No, that stuff's fine with me.
I just don't like this whole thing.
Havoc being evil, which he has
Sinister?
been for a while, but that bugs me. Emma Frost going evil is
typical.
Yeah, she goes back and forth. Polaris, I don't know what's going on with that. So
I don't know. I'm giving it a week by, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought you were going to give it a lower score than that.
No, it's too confusing. There's too much going on.
It's too much going on that I don't
give a crap
really
about.
Care about. Yeah,
it's like
Bloodstorm. Okay, fine. I don't really care about her.
Yeah.
Jimmy, or
how about you make really Bloodstorm meet Blade, and we'll see how that works out. You know.
So
right.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be pretty dope.
And then Zorn, I don't care. You know,
Zorn used to be a Magneto character at one point in time. Like, he was Magneto at one point in time.
Magnatius.
And it's like, okay. And then he wasn't Magneto at one point in time. And then it's like, what the hell? What the hell's going on with this?
I don't know. So, yeah, week by. Here's digital code. A for Oklahoma, K for kill.
A for Oklahoma.
I mean, O for Oklahoma.
O for Oklahoma. Okay.
It's okay. Is the first.
Okay.
And then H for hotel, P for pain, 8, W for Wagner, A for alpha, G for glory, F for fantastic, N for Nova, G for glory, A for alpha.
All right, next up we have all new Wolverine number
32.
This is
Tom Taylor is the writer. Yeah. Jabril Morissette.
Jabroni.
Fan is artist. Nolan Woodard is color artist. Corey Petit letter.
Yep. It's a pretty decent issue.
So this one, there's like kind of like this mirroring thing going on where it's this little girl getting up for a day. Her dad's Secret Service. You don't know that.
And then it mirrors X-23's origin.
Yeah, her like, and they're training her and stuff like that. And she's actually sent to go on this mission to kill this presidential candidate, and like I said, this guy he gets killed because he's part of the Secret Service or whatever for this candidate, and this girl, they team up, and they're gonna go take the guy down that hired
Weapon X
to go
or
kill
X-23
her.
or whatever.
Yeah, X-23. And so they go to his resort because he's like off the, he has like his own island or whatever and resort and stuff. But they figure it out, and so they take the girl because the girl goes with them, and she didn't even put up like that much of a resistance. Like, I'm like, she's a liability, man. Like, you're not, like, this is just stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you're just making stupid decisions. But Laura's awesome, and they make it work because she gives her like a special Hawaiian t-shirt and stuff. But it's still like, and they use her weakness to her, like, oh, we're gonna kill all these people if you don't stand down and stuff. And
yep.
But they
don't bother shooting X-23. Shoot the floor so you can kill the people eating the buffet.
So yeah. I like this. I liked it.
And then they shoved the guy in a suitcase.
Yeah, that was
pretty amusing.
So there's justice there. We don't see the full justice. The next one is, it says it's
Old Woman Laura.
And I don't know, another costume design.
It looks like crap.
That looks awful.
Like the Miramura, armor.
Muramasa,
whatever the hell. It looks like crap.
I mean, just the headpiece.
Yeah.
The rest of it looks cool.
Yeah, the rest of it looks pretty cool, but the headgear looks like
they ruins it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Tron suit, but then you got to do
Wolverine style.
Yeah, it's like, make it small. Why can't you make it small?
No, you gotta make it. Simple. She's got ears, man.
Simple.
Besides,
they didn't learn from the last arc that looked like crap.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Give her a domino mask at worst. Yeah, that'll work better.
Domino doesn't wear a mask.
No, give her a domino mask.
Like Domino's paint.
Like a domino mask.
Like how she wears, like kind of like with this black splotched eye, and then the gray on the rest.
What Bucky Barnes wears as Bucky is a domino mask. What Nightwing wears as Nightwing is a domino mask. What Green Arrow wears is a domino mask. Not the character, but the style of the mask.
Oh, yeah, because in the movie, he just wears, like, dark eyeshadow.
Yeah.
But it's in the comics, I know what you're talking about.
So that's called a domino mask. That would be better than this crap, at least.
Yeah, yeah, but it has to look all Tronish. I don't even know if I'm going to get it just because of that horrible design. Like, you do a horrible, and if that's the cover, I'm not going to get that, Marvel. I'm not going to get the next issue if this is the cover.
Even worse.
So you just lost a sale. You just lost a sale because you have, and then if that's interiors too, definitely not going to pick it.
I'll skip that whole arc for that crap.
Just because, like, nope.
Because that art looks like crap.
That it's not the art, it's just the design. It's to cover her whole head.
But I give this book a strong buy and a contender because this book was great.
Yeah, this was really good. This was really solid. So
yeah, while we're complaining about
this is a strong buy, and this is a contender.
Yeah, and here's the digital code so you can see the strong buy contender yourself. F for fantastic, Z for Zed, M for Mariko or whatever Wolverine's watch name was. I for Ignacio, C for Charles, 0. R for Richter, 2. F for fantastic, K for Kilo, F for fantastic, and 8.
So next I have Old Man Logan, number 36, Moving Target, part 1. Ed Brisson is the writer. Dalibor Talajic is the artist. Carlos Lopez is the color artist.
And Corey Petit is the letter. Yeah.
So I got this one because I heard that Bullseye was going to be in the next arc. And it's interesting the way they brought this about because I was like, how are they going to do this? And so it rolls into Old Man Logan comes back to the States, to New York, and Wilson Fisk is now the mayor. And they all hate heroes, because they're like vigilantes. So, but there's this guy that has been working for him, but he doesn't pay crap, which is weird because
it's Kingpin, man.
Kingpin has always paid well.
He's always paid you to keep your damn mouth shut.
But this guy, he's like, yeah, he doesn't pay well, so I stole this hard drive or this thumb drive so I could sell it for $1. And so he goes to Wolverine, and Wolverine goes to help him. But I forget that Wolverine now has one hand that is bone claw and one that is adamantium. It's weird. So, yeah, but anyways, they kill that guy. He ends up getting the thumb drive back. Logan does, but he's not healing for crap and stuff. And it's weird because he goes and he gets bandages and pills and stuff from this store, and he's like bleeding all over the place. And he's like, don't call the police. I would call the police just because you're bleeding all over my floor. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. And so it's weird that, well, I don't know, because Bullseye technically doesn't have powers per se, does he? No, he does not. So technically he's not allying himself with a superpowered individual. He's just a human guy that
is good at freaking knowing what he does.
Right. And so he hires him to take out, well, actually, just to get the thumb drive back. And Bullseye's like, I'll kill him for free.
Yeah.
So,
dude.
The art was, like, at certain parts it worked, and it was fine, and it worked well. But at other parts, it like, didn't. It was just like,
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it was all right. So, the story is interesting, though, and I like the way that they went about this. Like, oh, okay, Bullseye is now going after him because of the fact that, yeah, I think they're going to kill off Old Man Logan because it seems more and more and more
he's losing his power.
He's losing his ability to heal, or he's getting slower and slower at healing. He's getting worse at healing up, which makes me go like, then why don't you just get better? You know what I mean? Like,
you're old. You should have enough experience where you're not getting shot all the time.
Yeah. Like, just don't get shot so much, you know? Like, hey, I can handle a knife, but I can't handle a gunshot. You know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. Then you know I'm like, he's been around for how long? He's how well trained at this point.
Yeah.
I know he's an old dude.
Yeah, he's slightly slower, but damn.
You know? You're fighting regular dudes. You're telling me you can't slice and dice them without getting shot up?
No.
You know? Use cover, you know, use concealment. I know these things.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, I like the idea and stuff. The writing is really well done. The art,
I'll give it a buy.
The art is all right. So, yeah, I'm going to say I'm a buy as well, just because of that stuff. So, yeah. Here's the digital code. F for Fantastic, Z for Zach, M for Marcus, Z for Zach, K for Kill, 0, N for Nova, 0, A for Alpha, U for Ultron, Y for Yellow, 5.
Alrighty, next up we have some DC finally.
Yes, it's Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 40, it's $2.99.
Zod's Will again. This is Robert Venditti is the writer. Rafa Sandoval is the penciler. Jordi Tarragona is the inker. Tamu Mori, is that how you say his name?
Tamu Murray.
Tamu Murray is the colorist, and Dave Sharp is the letterer.
Once again, this book is phenomenal in
style.
In the
art section, it's pretty.
Well, not just art section, but like to read it physically, to get a physical copy, because look at this. Look at these spreads. Like, you want to see that physically, because there's just spreads all over the place. Like, but anyways, the Lanterns, they take the fight to Zod and stuff and his family, and it's awesome and it's hardcore and it's freaking great. But they also, like, it seems like it's going in their favor. Guy Gardner won't fight the little kid, so he's getting his butt whooped.
Yeah.
And Kyle's taken on Zod, and Zod is like,
"Oh, screw you, man! You're a chump.
Didn't I mess you up, or my wife did, and you were nearly dead?" And so Then the tide turns because apparently they were holding back. They mention, you know what? Because he tells his son, don't hold back. There's 2 suns, 2 yellow suns in this
planet,
in this galaxy. So don't. And you're like, oh gosh. But then like Kyle does something weird, or he kind of like fuses with Hal or something. It's really weird.
He for some reason gives all his ability to the ring, and the ring finds Hal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really
that's my understanding of what the hell's going on.
Puts his will into the
ring.
I don't know,
because his body's still there. He's just the ring falls off of him and he goes, "Hey, I'm fighting Hal Jordan. Cool."
Yeah. So
that's a weird MacGuffin, though.
But we'll see. We'll see, because I don't know what's exactly going on with Kyle. Like if he's dead or what's happened to him because of that. I'm interested to find out. But I don't know how Hal is going to make the difference, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Hal, but still.
I'm going to give this a strong buy, but not a contender.
It looks
amazing. The story is great, but there's something in this book that I just don't like. Whether it's the way Zod is, or whether it's the unbeatable enemy, or whatever. It's just it doesn't feel right.
I like it a lot. Even the Guardians are like, oh, how come you didn't stop them? And he was like, oh, they just did their thing. I think the Guardians may actually be right on this one, purely because of the fact that this planet, like they worship them. You know what I mean? Like the inhabitants of this planet worship them, and technically they weren't
subjugating them.
They weren't, or anybody else yet. So they could have prepared for them. I mean, I understand they had captured them, but that's because they went there in the first place.
Yeah.
And automatically attacked. So the Lanterns were at fault in this one, like in every way.
Yeah.
Every time. So I think the Guardians may actually be right this time. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to give it a strong buy in a contender just because.
I'm just not going to give it a contender. That's it. That's my only thing.
Fine.
You put it in a pile here.
It's time for the Flash. Number 42. It is Joshua Williamson as the writer. Dan Panosian is art. Hi-Fi does colors. Steve Wands does letters. This was one I did not care for the art.
No.
And not only did I not, well, I don't know. There's other things too. Like this whole time, I'm just reading this and I'm going like, Barry, you're an idiot. Yep. Barry, you're an idiot. Barry,
stop being an
idiot. Like, and I'm going like, is that the writing being bad, or is that Barry just
being a bad hero?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm conflicted on that point because it's like, okay, you gave Godspeed his powers back. That was stupid in the first place, but I see that kind of made sense. But then in this one, I go like, oh, I think you actually messed up. And then in the end, I go like, yeah, that was a bad. But just like I said, he keeps on doing stupid stuff throughout this whole thing.
You keep not listening to people,
especially because like you have Wally West from the old 52, and it's like, he's got this. He's been Flash. Why don't you just let him handle it?
Yeah.
So that's, like I said, once again, it's just that, like the art, I didn't really care for the art. Throughout this whole issue, I just did not. Like there's certain parts where I go like, okay, it works, it looks good. But overall, I was just like, a lot of it just looks odd and off-putting and weird. Like Grodd, I don't like the way Grodd looks. I don't like the way that Barry looks. I don't know. It just, like, I think it, like, overall the story makes sense because Barry's like that, like, especially when he doesn't have the Speed Force. He's like,
yeah. What do I do? Poor pitiful me.
But it's like, dude, just be you. Like, just do what you can do now. You'll get it back eventually. Just, and he doesn't listen to anybody, and he's just so I think that's just the character. It's more a character flaw than it is a writing flaw. You know what I mean? It's kind of a character flaw that the writing has taken advantage of, sort of, right? especially for this. But that art, a lot of the art just bugged me. So I'm just giving it a buy because of that.
Because the art does not look good.
No, most of it does not.
I am not a fan of that art.
It's all right. So
yeah. We got next. You got some Punisher.
Punisher number 222. Matthew Rosenberg is the writer, artist Cuyu Villanova, colorist Lee Lodridge, Petit letters. And so I thought he killed this general dude, but apparently not. They still hadn't found him, but now he knows where he is. And so Punisher's still looking for him. He just drops his tank on his troops, like a whole group of the troops. And I don't know, like, what's his name? Nick Fury Jr. is like, hey, stop this, you got to stop.
Hold on.
You're going too far.
So Punisher drops a tank. Does he say, boom, you looking for this?
I don't know.
Oh, man, he doesn't pull the War Machine funny?
I don't remember. But, yeah, so, and Punisher's like, yeah, screw you. I'm doing this. I'm finishing this. And then his ex-SHIELD agents, they also have War Machine armors, and so they fight him. And he's like, I fought you guys before. I know how to fight you guys. So he fights them and stuff, and he's doing a pretty good job fighting, like, was it 3 different War Machines and stuff. It's pretty awesome. And but what Nick is most worried about is that because Punisher is American, that he's going to shoot any nukes that he has at America, even though he's not really fighting for America. He just wants to kill this dude.
Yeah.
Because that's how he is. And he gets one off. And so Punisher goes to do his thing. He has to stop it because it was his screw up.
Yep.
And his suit's like close to failing. So it's going to be one of those close calls. It's a call that's close.
What's your grade, buddy? Strong by contender?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
There you go.
So, yeah. Hold on to it. Why not?
Next up, we have Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number
301. Amazing Fantasy Part 1.
This
Writer,
is
Chip Zdarsky.
Yep.
Penciler, Joe Quinones. Inker, Joe Rivera. Color artist,
Jordan Gibson. Letter, Travis Lanham.
There you go. So I tried reading this without the little somewhat recap thing, and it didn't. And I was like, I'm confused. So I went back to the recap, and then I was like, oh. And then it was still slightly confusing because I was like, when did they go back to? And it was weird and odd and interesting because you have 3 different characters, and they talk to younger versions of themselves, except for the sister, which she thinks that she's the real sister. Mm-hmm. And she could be, which would be really awesome if they do just incorporate that into canon. So he teams up. So Spidey teams up with himself to take down Octopus, take down a lot of the villains, and then JJ teams up with himself. I love. He's
looking for information.
Man. He's like, hey, we aged really well. Oh god, like it's so they fight Green Goblin. Oh god, it makes me miss
the classic Spider-Man stuff.
Yes. And Green Goblin.
Or Spidey. The Spidey comic was great like this.
Yes, it was. So, and it's and then Nick Fury too. I was like, classic Nick Fury. Like I love Samuel L. Jackson Nick Fury.
But the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury.
And I really liked the Marvel, what was the other one? The other universe that they had? The Ultimate. Okay. I like Ultimate, which is essentially what
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson's based off of. But I don't like Nick Jr.
Nick Jr.
But I thought I wasn't going to like this because I was like, but I like it.
I like it a lot.
And then the art is like old-timey.
It's like classic in certain spots and then new age in other spots,
Yeah.
Depending on the character.
Yeah. It's legit.
And
it's great how the old suit looks old and then the new suit looks new. And yeah.
You have the wings underneath the old suit.
The Green Goblin looks cheesy. But still kind of cool.
This is a strong by contender. Dude, this is great. This is
it's gold.
Dude.
Strong by contender for sure. I'm holding on to that one too. Next is time for Detective Comics. It's Batman. Number 976. $2.99. James Tynion IV is the writer.
Credits on the last page.
Javier Fernandez
is the artist. John Calise is the colorist. And Sal Cipriano is the letterer.
Awesome. So this one is... I like this one, Cassandra, and she's fighting, but this actually took place a few weeks before, where it's her and Clayface, where we're teaming up, and then it turns out that she's actually talking to this psych and explaining what's going on, and then she talks to Batman, is like, you really need to talk to this girl, because the thing is with the Robins, you mentored them, and you're not mentoring this girl. Yep. It was Clayface, and Clayface
is not the most stable character of all people.
Yes, so you really need to. And so, and then you have Batwoman and Batwing and Azrael and that other crew, and they're taking down the Talon because they're trying to take
the Court of Owls
on other places. And then Batman has a talk with Tim, and he doesn't like it. Tim does not like that. He does not like it, and so, and then Batwoman tries to recruit them permanently and stuff. And then this other guy, Ulysses, is trying to recruit Tim.
Yep. Now, and he knows about future Tim.
Yes, and he's like, "Hey, I can give you all the info."
And I have it. I have the computer stuff for him. Yep.
So I'm
gonna give it a week buy. Because I like the story, I like where it's going, but it's way too damn confusing. I want them to focus on maybe 2 parts of the story and then move forward, not 6. I need to know what the hell's going on with certain characters and develop that bond with characters, as opposed to going, oh, well, we have this group, and this group.
Well, what's 6? What's 6? You're saying 6, but tell me, what's 6?
Okay, so there's, let's see here. We got the Tim Bruce thing.
Okay.
Right? We don't know where the hell Spoiler's at.
Yeah, but they didn't focus on her at all.
Right.
So
now
they did mention her, but
they didn't the Batwoman group. We have the Cassandra Cain group.
The what?
The Cassandra Cain and Clayface group.
Okay, but that was just like a past memory. But her still cast, yes.
What the hell does that got to do with the plot?
Because she's going to go psycho if...
Then you can show that in current times as opposed to, doing all that crap.
No,
or even dedicate an issue to its own,
It worked. To me, it worked. I like the 2 separate things going on. I feel like probably the Batwoman... more focus. I feel like the Batwoman stuff would probably be better in Batwoman, and then the Batman stuff would be better for a detective.
Yeah.
Especially if it's... I would like to see like either Batman start mentoring Cassandra, or have Tim refocus by mentoring Cassandra and going, you know what, Tim, I don't have time, but this girl's going to go bad, and you're all about like stopping things before they go bad. I liked it. I thought it was good. I like where it's going. I like the different plot threads. You have different things going on. I'm giving it a strong buy and a contender. It looked great.
And I'm going to and I'm going to argue with them and say, no, I want a weak buy for this, because I want to more focus on what's important, because this is Detective Comics, not freaking Team Batman.
Well, some people are simpletons and they can't handle multiple things coming at them. So
I see you there.
Some of us can handle multiple things coming at us.
Anyway, we're going to go to Action Comics number 999. Yes, this is Action Comics number 999. The next issue is the 1000th issue of Action Comics.
It's still $2.99, but is Dan Jurgens writing, Will Conrad is art, Ivan Nunez is the color, Rob Lay letters.
And here comes this slice of life that you and I like so much.
So this one is Jono and the grandpa.
General Lane.
General Lane, yeah, he comes to visit. And then you have Superman. He's just in space, and he's looking for some kind of metal in this meteor that he has to destroy, that Star Labs is like, hey, this is going to destroy Earth or mess it up really bad if you don't do something about it. So that's what he's doing. And it's funny because the general's actually talking crap about Clark and Superman.
On how they're not needed, yada, 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 and how they're,
So they argue about that, and Superman's doing this side quest where he's gonna bring Cyborg Superman out.
Hank Henshaw
of
the Phantom Zone.
The Phantom Zone. He's like, yeah, it's torture. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pull him out, and I'm gonna try to put him somewhere else. And he has like some device to like put him in like
it's a crystal that makes him
a dream state,
illusion more or less,
kind of like a dream state and stuff. And I'm like, that's just a different. It's just a prison of another kind, a pleasant kind, mind you. But yeah, so he's trying to kind of turn him good and stuff. And then Clark shows up at the end, and he's like,
hey, General, let's clear the air here. And everybody's like thinking he's gonna tell him he's Superman. And he's like, no. Here's what we should do. We should talk about this, and this. I should have brought Jonathan over a little bit more. I should have been more welcoming as a family. We're a family. We have everything in common, and so forth and so on. And General Lane's like, cool, let's go have some dinner.
Yeah.
Slice of life, man. Slice of life.
I am disappointed that they didn't make that move, because that would have been a great monumental moment, to like a bomb to drop before 1,000 and go, boom, let's see what's going to happen now for 1,000. Because I think Bendis is taking over at 1,000, right?
That's my understanding.
So that would be a great bomb to drop. Like, boom, we're going to drop this at the end of this. I'm leaving it like this.
Bendis, have fun with this.
You get to run with it and see now, like, Lane's going to take the fight to
his daughter's house.
Or maybe he won't. We don't know. Like, let's see the fallout of this. And they didn't. And I hate that comics.
They didn't play it too safe.
I hate that comics. Yeah, no, they did play it too safe, and I wish they wouldn't play it safe. Kind of like what happened in Spectacular Spider-Man, where they went there. Peter Parker told J. Jonah Jameson, took off the mask. Hey,
I'm your brother.
It's
pretty
me.
Much.
We're brother-in-law, right? Pretty much. They're brother-in-law, and so. And that was a big bomb to drop. And now we're seeing the effects of it in this arc that's changing. Because if J. Jonah Jameson still hated his guts, would he be involved in this?
And then he tells his younger self, hey, Spider-Man's this kid, Parker. Be easy on him, man. He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so empathetic to him because he knows exactly what's going on.
Right. And so it just changes so much.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic.
And so either way it goes, though, you never know which way it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would be great to see it go, because he already hates him.
Oh, yeah.
He already hates Superman. So if he knew who he was, would he then be understanding, or would he not be? And that's what you would great to. So even if he didn't understand it first, to see him eventually come to an understanding would be great. You know what I mean? And like, it's a complete huge missed opportunity, which, hey, maybe we will see it next issue.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the drum that Bendis will drop and run with. We don't know that. It would be great if he does, because they introduced the idea in this.
Yeah.
And so for them to like kind of milk it a little bit,
that
would be a good idea. So maybe I'm not going to judge it negatively, this issue.
This is a great issue.
Because they might drop that eventually, but it was a great issue on its own. Strong by contender.
Strong by contender. And that's our books for the week. It's time for us to pick our runner-up and B-Bow for the week. Mine's fairly easy, actually. My runner-up is Marvel 2-in-1 number 4. Because that was a bomb issue. Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. With special information and an acknowledgement for the Spectacular Spider-Ham number, what was it, 301? Yeah, that would have been my other runner-up if this other thing wasn't like way good, which is Darth Vader. Oh yeah.
What?
That Vader was a freaking amazing.
Vader is what?
Vader is my B-Bow.
Okay.
It's bomb diggity.
Vader is your B-Bow, huh?
B-bow.
Okay, well then you can read that off.
Ooh, I can read this one off. That's right. So here is the digital code for the Marvel 2-in-1 number 4. And again, that picture of Doom Galactus at the end was just wicked, man. Loved it. So F for Fantastic, Z for Zed, M for Marco, K for Kilo, T for Thomas. U, is this U or W? It's a U. U for Ultron, E for Eleuterio, P for Peter, 2, 5, H for Hector.
So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Thing and Human Torch as my runner-up.
Okay.
So same runner-up. But I'm gonna go with Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man, Peter Parker this Spectacular Spider-Man 301 Amazing Fantasy Part 1 as my back and bag of the week. It was just,
I can totally see you.
I didn't think I was gonna like it, and the art and everything, just the way that I thought it was gonna be so stupid. Because once again, what's another one of my complaints about Marvel?
Time travel,
and they say they're not going to use it because it breaks
the universe.
But they use it,
and
constantly.
They say it's a completely different universe, so it's not going to affect what they're going to do.
So does it or does it not? You need to just say no. Well, it used to, but it doesn't anymore. You need to put your foot down and go. Time travel doesn't mess up this universe. It just creates another universe. That's it. It just creates another multiverse.
The branch theory multiverse.
Right, exactly. So, anyways, like I said, art and everything was just fantastic. And J. Jonah Jameson and everything. And even the reveal that she may actually be the actual sister of Peter Parker, the
Teresa
of
Richard and Mary.
Yeah, right. And because they used to be spies, kind of, or they worked for.
They were spies. They were spies. It was during the Cold War, of course, and that's when they died.
So, yeah, I'm going to read this digital code off, and then you can read your Nutch Vader code off. All right. F for Fantastic, Z for Zany, M for Mask, Q for Quill, M for Mask, J for
Jonah,
yeah, perfect. N for Nova, U for Ultron, I for Ilk, Z for Zany, 88.
And here's the digital code for Darth Vader number 13. It is F for Falcon, Z for Zabrak, M for Millennium 02, V for Vader, N for Naboo 7, X for X-Wing 1, T for Thrawn 8.
All right. Is that it? I thought I kept a lot of books. Oh, I think I have Punisher 222 left. So here's this code. 0, B for Bravo, G for George, 2, F for Frank, N for Nova, I for Icarus, R for Rage, J for Johnson, U for
Uganda,
H for Hotel, M for Mark.
See, you do not know the way.
So that is it, I believe, for the comics to give away, and that's it for the for us for this week. So
talk nerdy to this guy.
Yeah.
Talk nerdy to this guy.
We'll talk nerdy to you.
And keep your old horse hungry for
comics.
Ooh.